Hey guys, it's Enzo here. Today we're going to be doing a very important and very tricky topic when it comes to gaming, and it's PC gaming versus console. It's really very easy to decide um, clearly on what your personal liking is. Um, but we're going to go over the rundown and some of the things that you might want to consider if you're looking to pick up either a console or a PC, or if you're in the console industry and you're looking to transfer over to PCs, give it a shot. So let's get started. Alright, so what we have in front of us today, right now, is a PlayStation 4 system from Sony. Um, Take note that I did not look for bundles, I didn't look for combos, I just went for the basic bottom line kit that comes with the console, cables, everything in the box, and at least one controller. Just the most bottom line bundle. I didn't look for the ones that come with games or different colors, stuff like that, because that makes the price fluctuate when you're actually considering the buy. So besides that, let's get into it. Right here we have a PlayStation 4, and it's I don't know if you guys can hear it, but if we have an air conditioning unit that goes on the window. So if you hear a lot of air hitting the mic, or you hear a background noise, it's really loud and obnoxious. I really am sorry about that. But it is summertime here, so there's nothing I can do about it. Just gotta beat the heat some way. Anyways, we have a PlayStation 4 system, which brand new at any location, Best Buy, Target, Walmart, GameStop, wherever you go, is most likely going to cost you around $400. Um, $400 to buy. Now take note that with $400, that's not it. You need your PlayStation Plus membership, which is basically this right here. You need your PlayStation Plus membership, which with 1 year will cost you $50, so that's $450, and then you gotta get a game. And games, brand new, are gonna cost you $60 a pop. So don't expect it to be super cheap, but you might get what you pay for. Now I say might because you have to really decide which one to get. And you're probably asking yourself, wait a minute, PS4 isn't the best? Well, it may be the best to some, but I'd like to introduce to you guys the Xbox One console from Microsoft. Now, this console is priced at the same marketing value as the PS4. It was dropped as the Xbox One on release, I think, was $500 out because it came with Kinect. Now the Xbox One has been lowered to $400 without Kinect. And something very important to also consider when picking up a console, especially, is reading the reviews. Don't think just because you watched a YouTube video of someone reviewing their Xbox and saying, yeah, it's a great system, you should really pick it up, means you personally should go pick it up. You never know if those people are paid by the company to say that. It's something you want to avoid. If you're going to be spending your quality money on an item, you want to make sure you're getting your money's worth. So yeah, it's basically the same thing for Xbox One and PS4. You get your system, then you got to get Xbox Live, which a year can run you anywhere from $40 to $50, even $60 at some points. Games are going to cost you the same, $54.99, $44.99, anywhere from $40 to $60 is going to be your marketing price for a game. So those are the two consoles, Xbox One and PS4. Now, my opinion will go after the next. And then one more vital and very important area I'd like to show you is welcome to the PC world. Now right now we're looking at CyberPower PC, Unleash the Power. I am not paid by CyberPower, I'm not sponsored by CyberPower, I'm using them as an example. Now CyberPower is an area where you can build your own custom PCs, or you can buy your own and customize it. So let's talk about this. There's a lot of consideration. There's a lot of things to think about when you're looking to buy one of these. And the biggest one is, what is your budget? That is the number one priority when it comes to building a system. What is your budget? Without a budget, you don't know where to start. So say I walk into, I go into an e-shop, a virtual site on the internet, and say, well, I have a budget of $600. I need a computer that's going to do what I want, when I want it, for about 600 or less. So I'm using CyberPower PC as an example. You have to first think about what you want. Do you want a desktop or do you want a laptop? Most people don't know what a desktop is. A desktop is just it's not a tower. It's not going to be mobile like a laptop, a small, thin computer. A tower is meant to stay at home and rest. A laptop can be portable, can take to your friend's house, to school, anything you want, and can be done just by closing it, putting it in your book, and you're done. And a desktop takes just a little bit more work, but the key difference is performance. A laptop does really good when it's upgraded really high. The bad thing about a laptop is when you upgrade it to the same specs or specifications as a desktop to get the same performance, it's going to cost you higher because it takes more work to fit all that power into a slim and small design. So you got to take that into your consideration. Do I want to pay for mobileness, or do I want to pay for performance in a lower value? Something to take note. Write that down. So once we've looked at that, you're going to want to consider, I want a desktop or a laptop. So say I want a desktop. So we can go over to Intel PC. Now there's Intel and AMD. Usually AMD computers are going to cost you a lot less. It's all personal preference at what you want. Me personally, if this was my own personal build, I would go Intel. But since we are on a budget, you want to go AMD because AMD, they're good. I'm not gonna say they don't work as well as Intel. They just, to some people, and it's even on specs, Intel just outperforms AMD just a little bit in processors. I'm not 100% backing that up with technology and all that because technology evolves very quickly, so both are very good, but usually AMD builds are a lot cheaper. So we said 600 or less. So let's look around. We have 755, 675, 695. We have some gaming desktops here. We have 629. Crossfire, see, that's just a little bit too much. I wouldn't mind going a couple dollars over if that's alright. We have the Back to School, and then we have the Game Dragon. Let's click on the Game Dragon for $695. Alright, let's see what it says. Alright, this is the Game Dragon combo from CyberPower PC. It has the AMD FX X unlocked processor. It can be put in with the AMD unlocked processor, and pretty much what it is and what it has is it has a actually really good processor for the price of the computer. So the case is a CyberPower PC X Titan 100 mid-tower gaming case, which is what you see in this picture. That is the case. The CPU cooler. Actually, I'll just scroll down from here. It'll be a lot easier to show you guys. Alright, in this right here is your processor, and the one with the dot is what we have chosen. It's the AMD FX 8320 3.5 gigahertz 8-core AM3 Plus chip with turbo core technology, so it can be overclocked to be above 3.5. Generally, you don't want anything lower than a 3.5. That's as high as you'd want to go, and that's as low as you'd want to go. You really don't need a 4.0 or higher GPU or CPU gigahertz. You don't need all that processing power unless you're going to be doing intensive video editing or photo editing. 3.5 gigahertz. If you overclock it just a little bit to 3.60, that's all you need for gaming. So let's move around. It would come with an Aztec liquid cooling system. Liquid cooling system just means a enclosed loop, so there's no reservoir. It's just a closed loop system that is in here, and water goes in one way. Cold air from a radiator and a fan goes through the radiator, cools down the water, goes all the way down to your block. It mounts onto the head of the CPU, and there's thermal paste and a thermal compound block applied, and it'll cool your CPU, and it'll just keep circulating, and that's how your CPU gets cooled. Very good way to cool. Again, if you're on a really tight budget, you're gonna have to go fan, because it is a way of preventing and lowering costs. Motherboard. It all depends what you want on a motherboard. Motherboards aren't really that hard to choose. It just depends what you want. As we noticed, everything we said will be covered in the Word document that I'm talking about. So 8 gigs of RAM, that's all you need to game. This card is an AMD R7 250. If you'd want to play Battlefield and all those games at a medium to high rate, you're going to want something that's going to cost a little bit more than that. It's going to probably put the build at around $700 to $800, which is the best card would probably be right here, which would be the HIS ICE-Q X2 AMD R9 270X from AMD. This card will be able to play Battlefield at medium to high, if not high to ultra, and will be able to perform just good. And you see a little blinking light down here, that is your power supply. Power supply is the power given. So we're at 350 watts. To give it just the correct amount, you might want to go with 750 watts of Corsair CX750 modular power supply. This is going to put the build at $874. Then you have a 1 terabyte hard drive. You could get a solid state drive, but that isn't necessary to game. If you really need it, you can, but it's not a must. Then your sound card. Your sound card is also a very important part of gaming. So you can go for something that has a good stat onto it. The stock is more than enough. So you're pretty much, I'm not going to go through the whole build with you. I'm sorry if this is tiring you out, but you pretty much are going to be spending twice, if not triple as much as what you'd pay for a console. And once you do that, then you have to think about a couple more things. Your keyboard, your mice, your screen, your operating system, you know, all the things you need. Speakers, headsets, whatever you want. So your final build price for any computer is going to be above $600 if you want to be able to do exactly what a console does. If you want a computer to do exactly what a console does, play at high quality games, you know, on high settings, if not maxed out, you're going to be spending anywhere from $700 to about $900 to $1,000 on a computer. Now, talking about it, you're saying, wow, that's ridiculous for a computer. Well, not exactly. Think about it. It's a computer. You can use it for work, you can use it for school, have fun on the games, you can use it to talk to people. It's not just a gaming computer, it's more than that. So you're actually taking advantage of the $1,000 build and you're turning it into something that you can use for daily life. Can you do that with a console? Didn't think so. Consoles don't have Word, they don't have Facebook, they don't have any of that. It's just meant to pop in a movie or go to Netflix or pop in a game and just do what you have to do before you gotta go somewhere. Computer is totally different. So that's something to take in mind. Now let's go to the Word document. PC gaming versus console. Now the pros and cons of each are listed here in simple and easy ways to understand. So first off, the pros of console gaming. The pro of console gaming is top three are they're cheap, they're easy to use, and the starting price of the console is cheaper than a PC. Now what I mean by that is the initial cost of the build is a lot cheaper. So if you don't believe me, let's compare. $874 to about $1,000 for just the computer compared to $399. Now that's a big jump. And for someone looking to get an economic and something just to have fun with and doesn't really want to take it that seriously when it comes to playing video games, then I think PC gaming is not the option for you. And then there's the cons of console gaming. Starting price is cheaper but gets higher down the line. Think about it. Your console is $400. You need a starting membership for an online if you want to play online with friends and meet buddies online at games is anywhere from $40 to $60. So that's putting you at about $450. Then you have to get games. I'm pretty sure you're not going to be playing just one game the whole time, so you're probably going to get 1, 2, or maybe 3 games. So 50 to 40 to 60 bucks a pop. That's going to put you maybe at 100, 120, even more than 120 in just games. Now we're rising. We went from 450 plus 120 plus more. That's almost 500, almost $600. Then you might want to get a headset, or you might want to get some other stuff that may put you at $700 depending on what you get. So you got to think about this stuff because this is stuff that can compare, saving your money and saving your money and buying something more expensive that'll give you your money's worth, or buying something that's cheaper but not getting the full potential out of. Keep that in mind. Let's scroll down. The pro of PC gaming. It's high quality, there's more tunability, and the games are cheaper. Now you're saying, what? Games are cheaper? Well, there's something called Steam and Origins. Now, I personally use Steam. It's in my game library right here. Steam is right there, and what it does basically is it's gonna open up it's like a virtual rack of CDs and games. It's a personal game library that you can play online with because Steam has their own online servers where you can play the games. For example, on Origins, you can buy Battlefield 4 and play Battlefield 4 on the computer against online just as if you were on PlayStation Network or Xbox Live. And Steam has massive summer, winter, fall sales. Games that cost $60 at GameStop for brand new systems can cost anywhere from $10 to $15 on sale. Now that's a huge steal. All you got to do is type in a valid credit card number and you have saved maybe 20 bucks on a game, and you can buy 3 games for the price of 1. That's why I like PC gaming. Not only that, but you can get games free off the internet if you know where to get them correctly. I'm not saying to go pirate games. I don't support that, but I mean, some of us do it, and that's something that PC gaming does take the advantage of, that you're not locked. So games are cheaper, and like I said, there's massive sales. Games can go anywhere from 10, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way up to maybe the maximum on a sale, maybe be 25 bucks instead of paying 60. So you got a good one there. Now the cons of PC gaming. An expensive entry price. More requirements. You need more requirements to play on a computer than you need on a console. Console, controller, high definition cable, or standard cable. All you need is a TV, plug it up, put a game in, and you're ready to go. Not easy for the average gamer looking to relax on a weekend. If you're someone that doesn't like messing around with settings and getting your computer to work right and having to go into the BIOS and overclocking and all that, PC gaming is not for you. If you want something that's simple, console is going to be your way to go. And you need more skill needed to play on a keyboard and mice. Playing on a keyboard and mice is not as easy as it sounds. Try playing a first-person shooter with WASD, your mouse, with shooting usually on left click, or in aiming in on right click, reloading with R, throwing grenades with 1 or 2, your fingers have to stretch out all over the keyboard, so there is more skill needed. So you're going to have to get used to that if you decide to make the switch. But let me narrow it down. PC gaming is amazing, and I definitely recommend it. I thought the same. PC gaming is not better than console. I went over to a friend's house. He had a gaming laptop. We put in some games, put in Battlefield 3, and I was impressed, and I'm hooked on it. I don't have a high-end gaming build now, but I do play Minecraft, TF2, play a couple other games, and I still have my consoles. I do everything. I do console and PC. But I will be getting a gaming PC very soon and start, producing more videos with you guys for higher quality videos. So basically it's this: if you're looking to get the edge in high performance gaming with high quality, even being able to run 3 monitors at once and making it look like one as a giant panorama display, or you want, the total edge, want to be able to game on something other than just a console, so you can, maybe do a project, save it to your computer, close that app down and start a game without having to, get yourself off the computer chair, or just have more fun because you just want to try something out, I definitely recommend giving a PC computer a shot. Even if it's a really cheap gaming laptop, just something to get you going will get you hooked, and I guarantee you. So, this has been a very long video, and probably